In today's video, we're going to talk about the 5 steps you need to follow when you get paid. In my other videos, I talk a lot about how to save money by cutting costs, how to pay off debts and things like that. But today we're going to focus on what to do when you get paid. Hi there, I hope you're having a fantastic day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Broberg, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about what you should be doing when you get paid. Let's jump straight into it. So let's imagine it's payday. The first step is that you're going to pay yourself first. I've spoken about it before in other videos, and the concept comes from a really good book that I read a while back called The Richest Man in Babylon. It's one of the easiest and best finance books that I've ever read. I will link it below just in case you want to check it out. So what most people do when they get paid is that they pay everybody else except for themselves. They pay the mortgage, they pay the utility bills, they pay the credit cards. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't pay for those things. What I'm saying is that on payday, you should immediately take a portion of your money and put it into a savings account. Now, you don't need to go crazy with this at the start. In fact, you could start with as little as 1 to 2% of your salary. This way, you will get into the habit of paying yourself first on payday. And that money, you should be putting it aside into a savings account. Now, most experts out there recommend saving and investing anywhere from 5 to 20%. And I know it sounds like a crazy amount of money. And to be realistic, most of you won't be able to do it from the start. So again, that's why I recommend that you start with 1 to 2% and then slowly work your way up from there. I highly suggest that you put this money into a completely separate and segregated account so that it doesn't get mixed up with your personal money and get accidentally spent. Your first goal should be to create an emergency fund. Start with, say, $1,000 and then work your way up from there until you have a nice little emergency fund built up. Step number 2 is a simple one, but one that not many of us think of, and that is going to buy food. Way too many of us eat out these days. It's so easy to get a drive-through breakfast or lunch, and many of us eat breakfast and lunch out of the house. So what I suggest is to try and eat breakfast at home every day and bring lunch with you to work. That way you can easily save $5 a day just on breakfast, and the same goes for lunch. You could probably actually save more money on lunch, but let's just call it $5 a day saving on breakfast and $5 a day on lunch. That would be $200 a month or $2,400 a year saving. And that's by simply eating breakfast at home and taking lunch with you to work. An extra bonus is that you will probably feel and look a lot better as well, as the food that you will prepare at home is most probably going to be a hell of a lot healthier than, say, a drive-through McDonald's or Burger King, right? And that brings us to step 3. Step 3 is another very simple one, and this is I want you to go directly and fill up your car. A lot of people get paid on a Friday, go out and enjoy themselves all weekend and blow their money. Then on Monday morning, when they're rushing to work, they realize they have no petrol left and end up filling their car with their credit card, pushing them further into debt and incurring high interest rates. So on Friday, after paying yourself and buying food, go straight to the petrol station and fill up your car. Because guess what? You're going to need it anyway, right? So you better put it straight in. Step number 4 when you get paid is, in my opinion, one of the most important steps of all. And that is budgeting for your entertainment. As I see a lot of people out there spending a hell of a lot more money than they should on entertainment. And trust me, I know how easily done it is. So what I recommend doing, and this might sound a little old school, but trust me, it really works. And that is using the envelope method. So what you do is that you take your entertainment money out in cash and put it into the envelope. So just imagine that these 200 euros is my entertainment budget for the month. I would put this money into this envelope here, and every time I was going out with my friends, family or partner, I would take money out from this envelope, and when the money was spent, I would no longer spend any more money on entertainment until I could refill that on my next payday. So figure out in advance what you're going to be spending on entertainment. If you get paid weekly or bi-weekly, then adjust accordingly, and then put that money aside in an envelope labeled entertainment. and only spend what's inside it. You may also choose to save that money for a couple of weeks and let it accumulate, and then spend it on a larger entertainment expense like an anniversary dinner or a birthday dinner. Step 5 is also a really important step, and that is to start paying off debt. And I know a lot of you right now are saying, but Dennis, isn't it more important to pay off debt before we start saving, like you said in step 1? And I would agree with you, but only under one condition. And that is if you already have an emergency fund saved up and put to one side. The reason being that if you don't have an emergency fund and an emergency comes up, and let's face it, emergencies always happen when you can least afford them, then you will inevitably have to use your credit card, or even worse, get a payday loan. So I suggest saving first until you have an emergency fund and then start paying off your loans. And the way I suggest you paying off your debts or loans is using the debt snowball or the debt avalanche methods. I have a completely different video about how to pay off your debts fast using those methods, and I will link it below. So to summarize, step 1, pay yourself. Step 2, buy food. Step 3, fill up your car. Step 4, put money in your entertainment envelope. Step 5, start paying off your debts. Thank you for watching, guys, and please let me know below what you think and what your favorite steps are. And as always, if you found this video at all helpful, please subscribe, hit that bell for the notifications, tap that like button, and I will see you in the next video.